Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our Dawson's Creek rewatch here on Generation in Between. We are on season 5, episode 9 today. It's titled Hotel New Hampshire. And here's the summary. As Joey and Audrey join Jack and his friends at a fraternity formal, Dawson invites Jen to join him for a weekend in New Hampshire.
Okay.
A lot happened, though, these 2 episodes.
A lot happened in these 2 episodes. A lot of things that had been building up, and then like some other like out of nowhere. Not out of nowhere, but like, oh, I didn't expect that.
Yeah. I remembered that. Well, we'll get there. Okay. So I had to say that at the beginning where the fraternity guys are planning their formal and they're like, everybody must get laid. I said, oh my God, that is literally so for real.
Yeah.
That is so real with that toxic objectification by straight men, even though Jack is not a straight man, but generally in fraternities, at least back in our day.
Right. Like when this was recorded.
And I just have a feeling it probably hasn't changed much.
Probably hasn't changed a whole lot. And it continues through the episode, right? Like
the whole
attitudes
episode
towards it. Yeah.
But like, honestly, when you are in college, and I mean, not just men, not just males, that you're of that age where that is your goal so much is to hook up. Not even like have like full on sex, but like,
right.
Your goal
you're looking for somebody
is to hook up. And that is across the board.
That's across the board.
So that was literally so
that was
real.
And then I didn't love like every time and I hate that Jen is a little bit proven right by some of the things that happen with the fraternity in this one, but I hate that she's constantly like mad at Jack for being in the fraternity.
It's like, girl, just relax.
And I'm like, that alone is not a problem. Also, he's happy and has friends, but she just always makes it about that. I don't know. I didn't love that. She was doing that at the beginning. I thought that it was cute. They had those little like side by side scenes where Pacey and Dawson were like on Pacey's boat chatting, and then Jen and Joey were like having a chat, and then Jen was like, "Oh, Joey said you're a good person. You're good for Dawson to like be talking to and hanging out," because Joey's genuinely asking how he's doing because her and Dawson aren't really communicating well, or she feels like she's not there for him. So I thought those kind of side by side scenes were good. I like this.
I did write, why is Pacey so after this Karen? She is a whole problem.
She is a whole problem.
He will not relax.
And thankfully she leaves. Thankfully. But yes,
but why is he so after her?
I don't know. It's weird. And we hear from, I forget her name, but the other girl that was dating Charlie.
Oh yeah,
and
I don't
Jen
remember.
are hanging out. And she's like, oh, and he keeps sending all these love letters. And Jen's like, oh, not to me.
Awkward.
That was really awkward. Was really awkward.
I did love Jen's little Mia Farrow look at the film fest.
So cute.
It was so cute. With a little hat.
But you know what's weird? She looked like the guy who was the other film festival guy. There's a moment where they both like stand up for Dawson. I'm like, they're wearing the same thing. The same hat, the same like vest situation. I mean, obviously she looked amazing, but yeah,
that's funny.
That was really funny. I was like, okay.
And then his little dedication to his dad.
I know. And what the film festival guy said about his dad.
I know.
That was really, really sweet. And I said, Audrey's hair is so cute when they're going to the formal, and she's got like that little bit of crimping done, but it's like pulled back. That was really cute. It was cute. I could never get my hair to do that. Like if I tried to crimp it,
well, we all know what happens with styling tools in my hair, so nothing.
We'll leave that to her. We'll leave that to her, and she did it. She did a good job. And I liked Audrey in both of these episodes. I felt like these were kind of group episodes, both of them, kind of right between the fraternity, and then obviously the next one we watched where they're all at like dinner and stuff. But I thought that she really was like in it and being her own character in the group. Like she's the new one. Yeah. But she was like holding her own.
She is now cohesive of their unit.
Agree.
I did write, ew, Jack, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing?
Ew, Jack. Yeah. I said the same thing.
Yeah, come on, Jack.
Yeah. Don't prove Jen right. We're trying to defend you out here. And then Dawson and Jen, are they together? Oh, I said, are they together? And then I said, do we like them kissing? Okay, well, let's just find out.
Before we go there, I had to write down, you know that film guy, the one that's like weird?
Yeah, that always wins.
Did he give Dawson a college business card? Did you notice that?
Yeah, he's like, oh, this is
like here. And I'm like, you have a business card for being in college? so weird.
Well, and because of that, I was like, maybe it's just like a network of people that do films. But then later, Dawson's like, yeah, there's this school I might go to in Boston. I was like, so it is a school.
He has a college business. I don't know. That was strange. Okay, so yes, let's talk about Jen and Dawson together.
I didn't hate it. I don't
hate it either. I wrote that too. I don't hate them.
I don't hate it. I think they're very obviously more mature than like the last time, and I think maybe they weren't on the same level the last time, and now they are.
Yeah.
And they're both at these different junctures where Jen's just been burned by this bad relationship. Dawson is grieving and questioning where he'll go next. So they're not at like the same junctures, but like complementary ones, right? If that makes sense.
Well, I also I don't hate that he lost his virginity to her either.
I know. That's the big one. It took me a second. I was like, wait a minute.
It's kind of like a fun full circle moment because he wanted to years ago and then he did.
And it makes sense when we had the naked swimming flashback last week. Yeah.
And then, but did you notice Jen wakes up, has like lip gloss on?
Yeah.
I was like, all right. No.
That ain't. But good for you.
But good for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. And then I did say that like for Pacey's sanity, I'm glad Karen left, but I hate that Karen left.
I thought good. She gone.
Yeah, but I hate that like in this picture, she has to leave because of this whole situation with this man, and like she has to change her whole life.
Okay, but she also knew he was married.
I know. I'm not saying it's his fault, but I don't know. I don't know. I didn't love it. And is this the one where he did confront he confronted the chef, Pacey?
Yeah.
That was kind of anticlimactic.
I thought so too.
The guy's like, oh, is this about Karen?
I know.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
You can still work here if you want.
And I was like, that's it? We're done? I don't know.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, sorry, I shouldn't have taken your boat.
Yeah.
What? And then it was over. I was like, okay, well, I don't know what I thought I was waiting for, but it wasn't this scene.
I know. It was very anticlimactic is a good word for that.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Oh, well. Anyway, that's all I had on that one.
Same. So let's move on to, man, we are being speedy again.
We flying.
8 minutes. My stomach is hungry.
Your stomach is growling.
Oh, guys.
Oh, I can't. Okay.
You know what it is? It's when I have my workout before I come record. Those days is when my stomach is like crazy. Because my breakfast is gone. Like it is away.
Completely gone.
Like my stomach is like, hello. All right. So we are on season 5, episode 10, Appetite for Destruction. Dawson and Jen return home to an unexpected dinner party where their new relationship is suddenly unveiled. All right. So much to say about this episode, I think. First thing I wrote, okay, Joey always with her face.
That face.
Her face is always like, and if you're not watching on YouTube, you know what I'm talking about.
You know.
I wrote, I cannot with her fickleness in regards to Dawson.
Yeah.
It's like she doesn't want him, but she doesn't want nobody else to have him either. You cannot have it both ways.
I know. And she's like that with Pacey too.
Yes.
Yeah. It's too much.
Girl.
I know.
Move the fuck on.
I agree.
I can't.
I agree.
Can't. I'm over it.
I thought it was weird how, first of all, no Grams is there. Grams comes in at the end, but like she's not there for the dinner party, which is a bummer for me personally because I always like when Grams is there. But then they reference the fact that she's not there so many times
I know.
that I was like, finally, I'm like, well, where the hell is she?
Like,
what's going on? And then she sort of just shows up at the end and is like, well, I'm going to bed. And I was like, okay.
But where were you?
Yeah.
Did they say?
No, I don't think they did. Anyway. She just shows up at the end.
So wild.
I don't know what that was.
I also wrote, Audrey is so funny. And I wrote down when she said, you're just a nice country girl who grew up on a stream.
I wrote that too.
I know. That was so funny.
She's like a country girl who grew up on a stream. It's like, it's a creek, Audrey. It's a creek. But yes, that.
But also, why is everyone so worried about Joey? Like, okay, she broke up with Dawson, right?
I think.
Well, I don't know. Who the fuck knows?
I get why Audrey was.
But like,
because Audrey's been in the thick of it and knew Dawson came for that one weekend and she tried to give him the book and it didn't go so well. So she's seeing like up close this. But then like, it is kind of odd that then like Jack and Pacey and even Dawson
and
feels
Jen
like
too.
He has to seek her out and Jen needs to seek her out. It's sort of like so much hand holding for
It is.
what?
And it's also like the same old storyline that's been going on since season 1.
Well,
like, can we not have evolution?
Right. That. I get that her feelings were hurt. I mean, I get that. It's they probably wouldn't have revealed it to her that way. I think Dawson and Jen would have told Joey relatively quickly, and probably their friends, but to sort of be like, you know how it is when you have a reaction to something, but it's in front of other people, it makes it harder. Like, that's Joey. So not only, like, if she had just seen them kissing on the street or a park or something,
She would have had that look on her face.
She would have had that look and could process. But now everyone's staring at her wondering if she's okay on top of it.
She's also being stupid.
She is.
Like,
yeah.
And then, like, I wrote down when Jen said, is she sad? And Dawson said, she is and she isn't.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. But also,
isn't is what we should be.
Like, she gotta move on.
Yeah, she does. And another quote I wrote was when there's that really weird scene where it's just Pacey, Jack, and Dawson at the table for a hot minute.
Yeah.
And they're like talking to him, and he's like, I'll cover the bases later. And Pacey's like, bases is plural. Like, talking about with Joey.
Oh, yeah.
That was just a weird scene.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. And like Pacey wanting to know about that. I don't know. And Jack too. I was like, this is weird.
Yeah.
I don't love this.
I don't love that either. I didn't write that down for some reason. I did write, and I don't remember what made me say this. I said friendship breakups are harder than romantic ones.
Yeah.
I guess because they were talking about, like, they don't see each other and, like,
yeah,
whatever. I think they are. Like, I think it's harder when you have a good friendship that falls apart for whatever reason. Theirs was just circumstantial, like their little group or whatever. I think they're harder than romantic ones. I honestly do. But that's just me because I've always kept friends very close.
Sure.
But I think they're much harder, especially if they're valuable ones.
Right.
Not like an acquaintance that kind of falls through the cracks or what, because that happens.
Of course.
Some people are in your life just for a season, you know, and that's whatever. But I'm talking about like those good friendships that just kind of wane or something. Those are hard.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's really hard.
Those are hard.
I agree. And I think they do show that relatively well. Like you just said, it's not always some big major thing that has to happen.
Yeah, it could just be a trickle.
It just is like, I'm at this school and doing this thing now, and you're here doing this thing, and you know, it's a lot.
I know.
It's a lot.
It's hard to go through.
Oh, and then when that weird scene I was talking about, when Dawson leaves, and so now it's just Pacey and Jack. And they both say something to the effect of like almost sleeping with Jen.
They were saying we both almost did.
And then they're like, I guess it takes a virgin who's a straight guy.
Yes.
And I was like, what is this garbage?
Yeah, trash.
I was like, and that was a vote. I was like, oh yeah, he was a virgin. Wow, this is a bigger deal.
But he said something about it. Because he said in the last episode, because he said, this is what everybody's been talking about.
Right. That's true. Well, maybe I missed that line.
Which usually girls don't
I was probably taking a 30-second nap right at that part.
But also I always think it's funny too, because I think of like boys losing their virginity and when girls lose their virginity, it's very different thought process.
Very different. It's sort of terrifying. When we were watching Our Town, that line that the mom has, she's like, what we do to our girls is cruel.
Yeah.
Sending them off with like these men when they're young. And I was like, yes. Thankfully, it's not exactly like that nowadays, but the same concept. It's
like, he's like, this is what everybody's been talking about. And girls are usually like, this is what everybody's been talking about?
Question mark?
This?
Yeah.
It gets better.
It does. It does.
It gets
Hang
better.
in there. Hang in there, everyone.
Not like anybody young is listening to this.
I hope not.
Well,
but if you are, it gets better.
It does. I just wrote again, Joey be too much. Too much.
And I said good for Dawson for just telling her the truth. Just straight up.
Yeah.
Like, because she was like, well, we're just talking about a kiss. And he was like, no. Yeah. He's just like, no, this is what happened.
But also, she needs to not be upset about it. She had sex with Pacey.
On a boat for a whole summer.
No, they didn't do it on the boat, remember?
Oh, yeah. But
they did it in that lodge.
I forgot about
On
the
the
ski
school
lodge on the school trip. I forgot about that. What happened to Drew? He's just not in Boston
Oh yeah, I guess
because
so.
they moved out of Boston.
Yeah.
I just thought of him because of the ski trip.
Yeah, I
I
don't
wonder
know.
if
Who
he
cares?
pops back in. I don't know.
Flops.
Flops.
He's gonna flop on
He's
back.
gonna flop on down.
I wrote down. I said this is a preview into how hard it is to make plans with friends as you get older.
Yep.
Because they were like talking about, well, we were gonna have this dinner, but we can't. And he's like, well, I've got a frat meeting, and I got to do this, and I have that. But he's like, I got to work, and I'm like, man, isn't that the truth?
It is.
Like, I'd be texting, for example, I mean, for you and I all the time. Like, we see each other, guys. You don't understand. When we went to go see Our Town last weekend, that's the first time we did something just for fun.
Yeah. Together.
Without a purpose, like
Mhm.
just to go see a show.
Yeah.
But for instance, I was texting with our friend Patrick because I saw them at New Year's Eve for a brief moment. And then they were like, oh, let's get together. And I was like, oh, we should go to Arcade Monsters, blah, blah, blah. So he followed up with me and he was like, hey, Dina and I really want to go. When are y'all free this weekend? I was like, oh, no, I'm not free this weekend. Are y'all free next weekend? He's like, nope, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, well, I'm not. So it took us, this was the first weekend in January, where we will be able to get together the end of February.
Wow.
That's how soon we both had. They don't even have kids. They're just adults.
They're just busy.
Mm-hmm. But when you're adults, you throw kids in the mix. Oh my gosh.
It's a lot.
Kids that like do their own thing.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff. And so it's just so hard for adults to make plans.
It is.
With friends.
Crazy.
It takes so much effort.
It does. It really does. Yeah.
I read somewhere like it said you need to like date your friends. You know,
I love that.
Like make it a priority to like get together because it's important.
It is.
You never stop needing friends. And I think about that when I see old people and they don't have friends. Like I think our parents' generation was probably the last generation to kind of be like that. Like they just have each other. And that makes me sad.
Right.
Because I don't know. It just makes me sad. Because and then like, I don't know if you've ever seen this, and Troy has a whole different view on this than me. We went to dinner one night and we're chatting, and this older couple, like I'm saying they're probably 80 something. We're sitting behind Troy and I could see them the whole time we ate dinner. They did not say a word to each other the whole time.
Wow.
And there was like something on the TV they kept both glancing at and then say, and I was getting sadder and sadder. So we get in the car and I said, oh my God, I don't ever want to be like that, to just not have anything to say to each other. And he said, well, but what if they're just so comfortable with each other, they don't feel like they have to talk?
Right.
And I was like, oh, well, I'll never be like that.
I will never be comfortable.
I just like to talk.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
yeah,
I'm not one for silence. My poor husband wishes I was sometimes.
He's like, I don't think it's so bad.
I know. He's like, what? A whole dinner where you don't say a fucking word? That's great. No, I'm just joking.
I mean, I think there's something to that for some couples, that the comfortability level is so high that you can sit through a meal and just be happy to be with the person.
I don't know. It just made me so sad. Like, I don't know. It made me sad. And what makes me even more sad is when I see younger people and they're just on their phones the whole time. And I'm like, bro, if you're doing that now.
Right. Yeah. I know it's hard with your significant others and with friends to keep it going and have those like touch points. And it's important. Like, I really enjoyed going to the show, and it's important to do something. We had a moment where we were talking about something at Our Town. Remember that? And our friend Meredith was like, wow, I feel like I'm on a podcast episode with you guys. Because we were just talking about something. We were arguing about like the name of someone. And we're like, what do we say? It's Kevin Bacon. And I said, no, it's Kevin Spacey. You're like, no, it's Kevin Kline.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, Kevin
Kline.
Said
it's Kevin something. And you said Kevin Spacey. And I said, no. Or no, you said Kevin Bacon. And I said, no, that's not right. And you said, oh, Kevin Spacey. I said, no, that's not right. And I said, oh, it's Kevin Kline. And you're like, yes.
That's the one.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. It's
Do you have a person?
No, not till 12:30.
Oh, I was like, because I just heard the door. Okay.
I think she has a 12:15. Yes. So that was really funny. Some of these scenes set up were ridiculous in this episode, but the one where they go into the kitchen, but the French doors are not closed all the way.
Oh yeah. And they could just have a whole conversation.
And Dawson and Jen are right like in the crack of the door.
Hearing nothing.
They hear nothing. And also, like, they can just turn their heads and see them, like, kissing or canoodling or whatever. I was like, hello.
That's so
I
stupid.
did like those doors, though, off the kitchen. That was fun. So then Charlie shows up.
Oh God, yeah.
What did he return? A Flaming Lips t-shirt?
Yeah, something.
He's like, the thought of you studying without this made me too sad. And I was like, wow. Okay.
Okay, bye.
And then all I said was, I love the description Dawson gave Joey on distance, but I don't know what that meant.
I don't remember what that was.
Oh, well. And then the part where Audrey tells them they should appreciate each other.
Yeah.
She's like, do you know how many people I knew when I was 15 that I talked to now? 0.
Do you talk how many?
From 15? Who? Probably none.
I don't.
College, several.
But like, I mean, I keep up with people on social media.
Me too.
And we'll like comment here and there.
Sure.
But I would say like chit chat.
Definitely people from my childhood, even younger than that, who I'm have a lot in common with now. I would say I keep pretty connected with on social media.
Oh, really?
Or if I do go home to see my parents, I make plans with them or whatever. But certainly when I was in college, probably not that many. Yeah. And my college girlfriends, a few
of them. You mean high school?
Yeah, when I was in college, I probably wouldn't have had a lot of contact with a lot of my high school friends.
Yeah, I was glad to leave that area, but I mean, I keep in contact. I mean, I still hear from people sometimes, but not like we be texting.
Right. No, me either. So I liked what she said about that.
Yeah, I agree.
And then Graham shows up.
And then she came back.
And it's so funny because she just says so many like faux pas, like things right in a row, not knowing.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, how are you doing? Oh, Dawson, it's too late to go back. You'll spend the night with us. And she's like, oh, you can fill me all in. I'm sure nothing exciting happened in New Hampshire, but you couldn't tell me about tomorrow. Well, Dawson, you're spending the night
in an attic again.
I know.
More attics that have living space.
And that was funny when Jen was like, oh yeah, I'm afraid of things under the bed, in the closet, like on the stairs, whatever.
Me.
And that attic, like, I was like, okay, I don't know. I mean, the house, I guess Jack has a bedroom in the house too, but I was like, the house seems big enough. Why does Dawson have to be in the attic?
Right.
But maybe it's not. Maybe that's literally, and there's a bed up there. I don't know.
I know. Weird.
It was weird. But anyway, I did like these episodes. I feel like
I did too. They were better.
Got some teeth. And I'm curious. Some teeth. Right? We could sink our teeth into them. Nope. Should have left it. Went too far. Well, I tried. All right. So thank you for listening to Generation in Between, our Dawson's Creek rewatch. And we will see you next time here on the podcast.
Whoop, whoop.
Bye.